Right, guys, welcome to this live stream here between the Waratahs and the Fijian Drua. It's the opening game of Super Rugby, and it's great to be back and to do this live streams with you guys. Obviously, I'm showing no game footage for you guys, otherwise I will get a strike on the channel. So this will only be live commentary, guys. So hopefully I do this justice and you guys really enjoy this today. Going through the comment section, Jasper de Toy says hi. Yes, here Ruan says hello, and then is it Tamoki Taivoki says go Fiji, show the world we can play rugby too. And then Matili says let's go Vita, Nomu Liga, Nomu Laga. I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly. You guys can always let me know in the comment section. I always find it really difficult with the pronunciations of these teams. So if you guys can help me out, I'll be more than willing to accommodate as well. Matili says Drua number 11 to score the first try. So with that, let's quickly go and have a run through the two team lineups. We'll start with the Drua. So we've got Celestino Ravatu Mada, and then at number 14 we got Kitioni Ratu. Then at the outside center, we've got Apisalomi Vota. And then at number 12, we've got Kalabeti Rovovo. And in number 11, Vinaya Habosi. So he's referring to the left winger to score the opening try of this game. So I'm going to have a look out for that. Hopefully he will score the opening try of this game. And then Baden Kerr at number 10. And then Simeone Kuruvoli at scrum half for this Fijian Drua. Then with the front row forwards for the Drua, you've got Koreo Dua at number 1, Ikanivere at number 2, Tawaki at number 3, then Nasilasila at number 4, Ahiwaru at number 5, and then we've got Derenalagi at number 6, Salawa at number 7, and Agusa at number 8. So, we'll get accompanied with the names as the competition goes on, guys. So, looking forward to this game as well, and really looking forward to it. Like I said before, guys, I'm not going to show any live footage of the game. This is only a live commentary. Unfortunately, we do not have the rights to show any of the footage of the game. So we will just keep you guys up to date with the score and the happenings of what's happening on the field. So unfortunately, I will not be showing any game footage. Right, let's go and have a look at the bench for these Drua side. We've got Dolakota at 16, Suavolu at number 17, Saula at number 18, then Rarasia at number 19, Miramira at number 20, and then Matabalu at number 21, Mutz at number 22, and then Ratave at number 23. So, a whole new lineup for this Drua side. They're new to the competition, and hopefully they can go one better today and beat the Waratahs like they did with the warm-up game. I think it was against the Rebels or the Western Force. Can't quite remember which one it was, but they did win their opening, basically their warm-up game. So we're definitely looking forward to this one. And we're going to start in about 10 minutes or so. It's time. So let's quickly go and have a look at the Waratahs lineup. Alex Newsom, Dylan Pitch, Isaiah Peresi, Lalakai Foketti, James Turner, Ben Donaldson, and Jake Gordon. So plenty of familiar faces in this Waratahs lineup with Newsom, Peresi, Foketti, Turner, Donaldson, and Gordon all there again. And if you look at the forwards, you've got Angus Bell, Dave Porecki, Harry Johnson-Holmes, Jet Holloway, Jeff Grich, Lakeland Swinton, Charlie Gamble, and Will Harris, number 8. So a very formidable side, and I'm really looking forward to see Angus Bell and Harry Johnson-Holmes along with Dave Porecki in that front row combination. Jet Holloway will bash this ball up throughout the middle, throughout the game. And then Lakeland Swinton is a good ball carrier, so definitely looking forward to see what they can do. Wooden Spooners last season, so they'll definitely look to improve. Then on the bench, we've got Tom Horton, Tetere Faulkner, Tian Tuakapulu, Hugh Sinclair, Carlo Tezano, Henry Robertson, Dane Edmed, and then also the Welsh international in Jamie Roberts. So it's going to be quite interesting to see how this one pans out in the end. Matili says, thanks for the commentary, brother. Much appreciated. No problem, Matili. I'm doing all live commentary on most games, so I'm going to try and cover the Super Rugby as well. Obviously, with the South African teams no longer in the competition, the focus have moved over to the URC. But I mean, I've always enjoyed Super Rugby. I've been following New Zealand, Australian rugby, and it's a great honor to finally have the Fijian Drua in this competition as well, along with the Mono Pacifica as well. Unfortunately, that game got will be rescheduled at some time due to COVID-19, as you guys know. So, otherwise that would have been our first Super Rugby game of the season. But here we are, making history again today, doing the Fijian Drua. Like I say, it's going to maybe take a little bit of time to get used to the names of the Fijian Drua, but we will get there. Rabatumara, Ratu, Vota, Ravovo, Habosi, Kir, and Kurivoli in the back line. Then in the forwards, we've got Korea Dua, Ikanaveri, Tawaki, Nasila Sila, Ahiwaru, Sirakadaveta, Derinalagi, Salawi, and Akusa in the forwards. And then on the bench, we've got Dolakota, Suavoli, Sualu, Rarasia, Mira, Matavalu, Munz, and Rateve. So, yeah, not a lot known about these guys, but today we are going to get the opportunity to witness them for the very first time. And I also have come to my attention that they will be doing their own war dance today. So this is going to be quite exciting to see. I love the culture of the Fijians, and I would really love to see Fiji, Samoa, and Tonga improve in the world of rugby. And it's going to be interesting to see what is going to happen in the future of the World Cup as well, especially now that some of the players can actually go and make the change to Tonga and Samoa as well. I spoke to a guy involved with Tonga the other day, and he was very excited to be part of the new chapter in Tongan rugby. He said they'll definitely be more competitive in the World Cup. So really looking forward to see how 2023's World Cup is going to go. And I'm sure that Fiji and Samoa will also benefit a lot out of the switch that is now allowed by World Rugby. Right, so Darren Alagi is the guy that they've singled out for this game, the number 6 loose forward of the Fijian Drua, as the Waratahs now also make their way onto the field. I also do have a poll up on the channel, guys, so please do go out and vote. As you guys can see, we've got 30 votes so far. Can Fijian Drua start the season with a win today? And 90% of that 30 votes says yes, while only 10% says that they cannot do it. So we'll see how it goes. Definitely looking forward to this. So Matili says it's called is it Bole or Bowl? But either way, I'm really looking forward to see this. I wish I could have, at least give you guys audio of it. But with YouTube being as strict as they are, we'll just leave it for now. So I'll probably go and watch it afterwards just to actually hear it, because I don't have any audio where I'm sitting. So an amazing historic moment here for the Fijian Drua in Super Rugby, and really looking forward to this one, as it's the first Super Rugby game of the season. And going by last season, it was quite exciting. We had Super Rugby Trans-Tasman, we had Super Rugby AU, and we had Super Rugby Aotearoa. So it was all exciting, but now it's a new competition, and we're definitely looking forward to this one. Having no South African team in it anymore, it's now the Fijian Drua and the Mono Pacifica who joins in this competition, and really looking forward to see how this will go. Sakabula says, hi Guru, locked myself in the office trying to look very busy while listening to the game. Go Fiji. Absolutely. I mean, like I say, I can't tell you guys how important this is for the development of Fijian and Samoan rugby to actually be part of this competition. This is something that probably should have been done years ago with the South African teams. And I mean, there was a time when there was a combined side of Samoa, Tonga, and Fiji in Super Rugby. It was a test. Nothing came of it. So let's hope that this one stays and they can make their or stamp their authority on this competition. And I think it's going to become a really good competition in the future. And hopefully in the coming years, we'll see the Fijian Drua actually lift the trophy and go the full length and win this competition. No, there's tough competition with the Crusaders, the Hurricanes, the Blues, the Reds, and the Brumbies, and every other team that I haven't mentioned. I'm just singling out a couple of teams that I think is really special. So the referee for today is Nick Berry, assisted by Ruben Keane, and I couldn't see the rest. But Nick Berry has been under a lot of controversy lately. We know the whole Rassie Gate, and we know game that he officiated last week against Wales and Scotland. There was some issues surrounding that as well. So hopefully he'll have a really good game today. Right, we've got 39 votes, guys, on the poll so far. Can Fijian Drua start the season off with a win? And 90% says yes. So let's see if the Fijian Drua can do the same what they did last week in their the week before in their warm-up game. Right, so we are going to get this game underway, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be the Fijian Drua, and it's going to be the fly-off of the Fijian Drua, who is going to open his Baden Care with a deep kick in taken by Lakeland Swinton early on here for the Waratahs, and it's Gordon at the back. Jake Gordon taking it up through Holmes, makes a couple of meters, about 5 meters outside of his zone 22. Jake Gordon gets it back now, and a kick away by the Waratahs straight down the middle of the field. Oh, there's a knock on there from Ratu Vamara. But Nick Berry says play on. So up to halfway comes the Drua now. And here they come now, working it through the back line. Oh, there's a bit of space here on the outside for them. Cuts back inside the left. Bossy, almost up to the halfway line, but we're coming back for an early penalty to the Drua. So a good start here for the Fijian Drua after I thought that he might have knocked that ball on. Matili says, yes, brother, we should have the next Super Rugby with SA teams. So as sad as it is, I think that will not be happening anymore. I think South Africa has now made a final move to Europe, and there's even talks of them joining in on the 2025 Six Nations. So that would be the next disastrous step in my mind if South Africa had to leave the Rugby Championship as well, because I would have loved to see a competition with Fiji, Tonga, and Samoa, and in the Rugby Championship. So here we go now, and it's an early chance here for the Drua on the 22-meter line, as it's Ikanaveri who's going to throw this ball into the back. Over the top they go to the inside center, and he makes a couple of good meters, about 10 meters out from the try line. Here's a good opportunity now. It's Ratu who pick up and go for the Drua now. Just 10 meters out the try line. Another chance now. Could he get the ball out forwards? Making a good couple of meters. Now going backwards though. Now they get it out to the outside center. There's a bit of a gap here for Vota. He makes his way up to 5 meters out from the try line. Was he held up in the tackle though? Yes, he was. So it's going to be a scrum down to the Waratahs, 5 meters from their own try line. So even though it's a really good start from the Fijian Drua, they need to turn this pressure into points. And it was taken up by Vota there, and he made a good couple of meters with that as well. But unfortunately got held up in the tackle beautifully by the number 6. Jed Holloway was the guy who held him up. So 5 meter scrum here to the Waratahs on their own try line. An opportunity here for the Waratahs to get out of their own, out of their own try line area. So good opportunity now, as it's going to be the Jake Gordon feed this ball in for them. And now Jake Gordon gets it out. Here they come through. Peresi loops around with Donaldson. There's a bit of space here for the Waratahs as they go out to the wide. It is a great little run here from Turner as he kicks it ahead. The bounce of the ball is going to be kind to the Drua, and it's the right winger who's got the ball now for them. It's Ratu took it up nicely for him. Now the Drua is going to have a run here, right outside of the road 22, driven back in a tackle though. And now it's gotten out from Kurivoli, gets it out to Kerr, who's going to kick this into touch for the Drua at around between the 10 and the halfway line inside Drua's territory. A great attack there from the Waratahs from their own try line, basically. Donaldson looped around beautifully with Peresi, got the ball out to the left winger there, and he really made a good run there as James Turner as he kicked that ball ahead. Well, it was deemed to have been carried back by the Drua, so it's a lineup all the way back in the 22 here for the Waratahs, about 5 meters inside the 22 of the Drua. Opportunity now for them as Swinton takes it in for the Waratahs. Good drive here from them. About 10 meters out from the try line is the Waratahs now controlling Jake Gordon now. Gets it out to Donaldson, loops around, and a long cut-off pass there beautifully to pitch as he cuts back inside about 10 meters out from the try line. Good defense from the Drua. Jake Gordon, Donaldson again now gets it out to Swinton. Still about 10 meters out, right in the middle of the field. Jake Gordon now. Holmes takes it up with Angus Bell. About 7 meters out. Now they go to the back here. Out wide they go. Great defense from the Drua. Keeping them up and pushing them back and ripping the ball in the tackle. So now it's taken by Kurivoli. Kurivoli inside his 22 has set us up beautifully for the Drua, but they need a scrum half now. They are going to get it in the form of the fullback, Ratu Amara. He's going to get it out to the big forwards. The ball spills loose, but Kurivoli has picked it up nicely for them again. They need to settle down as the Drua now. Inside their own 22. They do have this now, and it's going to come out for them. Goes out to Kerr, who's going to kick this downfield. Not going to find touch. Right on the 10-meter line of the Waratahs. Gets it out to the left wing again now for the Waratahs. It's Turner. Gets it out now to Harris, who makes a good couple of meters up over the 10-meter line of the Drua. Jake Gordon again. Now gets it out to Holloway. Good tackle from the Drua again. Now Jake Gordon gets it out to Holmes again. Quick ball needed for the Waratahs now as they get going again. It's a nice little breakout here from the fullback Newsom. Jake Gordon. Good defense here from the Drua, pushing him backwards all the way up to the 10-meter line again. Under pressure is the Waratahs. They do form the ruck now, and it's Peresi who's got this now, or Foketti who gets it out to Angus Bell, driven back in the tackle between 10 and the halfway line now of the Drua. Needs to be careful. The penalty advantage coming now for the Waratahs as Donaldson is going to look for the 50-22 kick. Not going to find that, so we are going to come back for a penalty between the halfway and, well, basically on the 10-meter line of the Drua. Right in the middle of the field, players leaving their feet there, and that is a little bit unfortunate. Right, so we've had about 6 minutes or about 7 minutes of this first half, and it's the Drua looking really good on the defense, while the Waratahs are looking really dangerous on the attack at the moment here. Darren Coleman, the Waratahs coach, and they'll really be looking to do a lot better than they did last season, and hopefully that will be the case as well for them. The Fijian Drua in their first ever Super Rugby game today, as Donaldson is going to attempt the kick at goal from the 10-meter line inside the Drua's half. Ben Donaldson's got 12 caps, 40 points, and 11 conversions in his career so far. Right, let's see if they can open up the scoreboard as the Waratahs. That's a beautiful strike, and the Waratahs take the lead here in this game by 3-0, as the Drua got penalized for going off their feet So 3 points to nil, the Waratahs lead this game. And so far, it's been a really good game between these two sides. Right, so the restart's going to come from Kerr now as a short little kickoff from him, taken beautifully by Will Harris. There's a knock-on from one, well, it went backwards and knocked on in by the number 7, Charlie Gamble. And they're lucky not to get away with, well, they're lucky to get away with a scrum there, as other referees would have easily given a penalty for that, as Will Harris took it in an offside position, which should have been the case. It should have been a penalty to the Drua right there and not a scrum down. Yeah, so it's Nick Berry once again. Remember, Nick Berry, the referee for today's game. Right, scrum feed here for the Drua, and a good opportunity early on now for them to really go on the attack as they feed that ball in. And here they come now. Good little run up here from the Ratu. Ratu still making good meters now between the 22 and the 10-meter line. They get it out, but there's been a little knock-on from Kuribali, as it will be a scrum down to the Waratahs just outside of the 22 in the middle of the field. So a little bit disappointing there from Kuribali, the Fijian international. And what a star he's going to become for this Fijian Drua side as well. Right, we've had about 10 minutes in this game, and it's pretty level at the moment. Like I said, the Waratahs making some good efforts to attack, while the Drua has had an early opportunity as well, but got held up just 5 meters out from the Waratahs try line, which saw the Waratahs attack from their own try line. Amazing stuff so far. Jake Gordon feeds that ball in for the Waratahs as, big scrum coming here from the Drua, but Jake Gordon cuts off the back now. Donaldson gets it out to Peresi, who bumps off one, but another good tackle there from the Drua. Kuri Valu makes the tackle. Now they get it back to Swinton, just up over the 10-meter line. Jake Gordon out to Donaldson, who is going to go high up into the air. It is going to be chased there by Pitch. And the ball goes backwards into the hands of Kerr. Was there a knock on though? Yeah, there was. So we are going to come back here for a penalty to the Drua, I think. Offside by the Waratahs. No, it's actually a Waratahs penalty. So offside by the Drua. And now there's a chance here for the Waratahs again to maybe get some points on the board. Now, they are going to go for touch this time round. It's just inside the half of the Waratahs, as Donaldson is going to find touch just outside the 22 of the Drua. Rats Gaming says, go Fiji, go. Tosa vida, it is. Rats Gaming says, Fiji will win. Right, so on the 22-meter line now, it is a throw in here for the Waratahs as it goes out to the back here, and a good driving ball now formed by the Waratahs right on the 22-meter line, about 20 meters out from the right-hand touchline. That's another penalty advantage coming their way, and Nick Berry blows on the whistle. Yeah, about, give or take 10 or 12 meters in from the right-hand touchline. So this is a very kickable kick for them. Right, so the Waratahs now starting to dominate this one. Oh, they've gone for touch again. So about 10 meters out from the try line now on the right-hand side of the field, the Waratahs now with a really good opportunity as the throw-in will be taken by Poreki for the Waratahs now. Right, throw-in goes to the back to Harris. Now gets it out to Angus Bell, who loops around the back, just 2 meters out from the try line now, waiting for this ball to come out. Now Jake Gordon gets it out. It's Poreki, just a meter short under the sticks. Now it's Holmes. Holmes pick up and go. Was he held up? Yes, he's held up. Driven back in the tackle, it seems. Will that ball come out? No, it's going to be a try. Try time here to the Waratahs, as it looks like it's Charlie Campbell who has just went over the try line. Nick Berry wasn't in a position to see that, so they are going to go upstairs but I think that is definitely going to be a try to Charlie Gamble. Well, in fact, it is Will Harris. Sorry. So Will Harris looks like he's got the first try of this game. You could always argue and say that the player was manhandled there, Krivoli, being manhandled off the ball by one of the players. So they might go and have a look at that. No, Nick Berry's going to award the try. So try awarded here to the Waratahs, and the first try of the competition gets scored by the Waratahs. Matili says, come on, Drua. And as disappointing as this is, it is the opening try for the Waratahs. Will Harris got 14 caps, 3 tries, and 15 points in his career so far for the Waratahs. As Donaldson, with an easy kick right in front of the post, will have the opportunity to take them into double figures, which he does easily. So the Waratahs now off to 10 points after about 13 minutes of play. Richard Singh says, I want the Drua to win. We all want them to win, Richard. Hopefully they can still get back into this. 10 points is 10 points, but it's not impossible. They can still come back in this one. Right, 10 points to 0. It's the Waratahs leading the Fijian Drua after about 13 minutes of play. Turner takes it inside the 22. Good tackle there from the Drua as the ball comes out to the big forwards again. It's Holloway who takes it up for them. Now Jake Gordon gets it out to Donaldson, 5 meters from his own try line, kicks it downfield and finds a really good touch between the 10 and the halfway line inside Waratahs territory. So chance now for the Drua to throw this ball into the line out. It is going to be Ikanaveri who throws this one in for them. Right, so line up just inside the Waratahs half now for the Fijian Drua. And it's taken beautifully by Nasina Sila. Off the back they go, and a good couple of meters made up to the 10-meter line. A pick up and go here, but the referee not happy, gives a penalty to the Fijian Drua right on the 10-meter line in the middle of the field. So there might be an opportunity for the Fijian Drua to get their first ever points in Super Rugby. Will they take it? Nasila Sila, who made a good barge there off the back of the line out, and the Waratahs being offside there. So 15 minutes gone in this one, and a chance now for the Drua to get their first ever points in Super Rugby. And it's going to be the number 10, Baden Kerr, who's going to attempt this kick for them. So 10 points to 0 after about 15 and a half minutes played. Opportunity to make history here is Baden Kerr for the Fijian Drua. 32 meters out, 66% probability according to the stats here. So let's see if he can line this one up and get the first points on the board. He has struck that beautifully, and that's the first ever points for the Fijian Drua. 10 points to 3 it is after about 16 minutes of play in this opening game of Super Rugby 2022. And it's Baden Kerr who gets the first ever points for them. Right. Restart's going to come from Donaldson now for the Waratahs. And a deep kick in from him inside the 22 of the Drua, taken up beautifully there by Ikinavera. Kurivoli gets it out to Kerr as well. He's going to put it on the boot, and that's going to find a beautiful touch roundabout on halfway here. But a quick turn here for the Waratahs as Donaldson moves it out wide to Pitch now. Pitch is going to try and run it. Oh, he runs into 2 defenders and driven back in a tackle all the way up to the 10-meter line inside Waratahs half. Jake Gordon now waiting for this one. Right on the 10-meter line. Goes for the box kick over the top now. Kurivoli has read that beautifully. Gets the pass out there to the right winger, Ratu, who makes it up to the halfway line. Now it's taken up by Nasila Sila again now. Kurivoli. Oh, there's a knock on there unfortunately, from Salawa. And it will be a scrum down to the Waratahs between the 10 and the halfway line inside Drua's half. So just that little knock on there from Salawa. And just a little bit too over-eager to take that ball up for them. Right, 10 points to 3 it is at the moment. The opening try has been scored by the Waratahs. Will Harris, the number 8, getting in under the sticks for the Waratahs. Almost 18 minutes gone in this one. It's a 7-point game at the moment. So the first quarter of this game coming to a close now. The Fijian Drua getting the last points through a penalty by Baden Kerr. The fly off of the Fijian Drua. Ball fed in by Jake Gordon. Good scrum here. Penalty advantage coming for the Waratahs. Penalty on the 10-meter line. So maybe they will go for the corner again as the Waratahs here. Penalized there was Koreo Dua who went up. And the Waratahs putting them under pressure at scrum time here. 18 and a half minutes gone in this one. As the Waratahs, what have they decided to do? So looks like Donaldson will have a shot at goal here. Right from the 10-meter line. Close to the middle of the field here. So an opportunity for the Waratahs to go into a 13 points to 3 lead here. We've got 96 votes on the channel so far. Can Fijian Drua start the season off with a win today? 88% agreed and said yes, while 9 said no, and 3% said it will end in a draw. So Donaldson now with the attempt at goal here for the Waratahs. And that is another beautiful strike from him. It goes over, so 13 points to 3 it is then after the first 20 minutes of this game. Waratahs now leading by 10 points again. Ben Donaldson getting that penalty for the Waratahs. It's a 10-point game after the first quarter of this game. Kerr with the restart here for the Drua. Deep kick into the hands of Foketti as he kicks it downfield, and that's a massive boot from him. Finding touch between the halfway and the 10-meter line of the Drua. 20 minutes played in this one. A massive kick there. And now Ikanavere have to throw this one in for the Drua. Right, lineouts have been quite solid so far from them. And this time it goes over the top into the hands of Jake Gordon now. Tackled by Kerr on the 10-meter line now. Taken up by the Waratahs up over the 10-meter line now. Jake Gordon again gets out to Donaldson. Oh, it's a beautiful break here from Peresi, but gets driven back in the tackle by Ravovo. Now Jake Gordon out to Swinton. The straightening of the line by the Waratahs. But it's been stolen by the Fijian Drua. But the referee's going to call them back for a slap down. So penalty to the Waratahs again. And this one is another very kickable one for them. Let's just see what happened there. Yeah, slap down from Kubali as they tried to make the pass there was Gritch. Deliberate knockdown is the call from Nick Perry there. So the Waratahs now with another opportunity here to add an easy 3-pointer. Right between the 10 and the 22 in the middle of the field here for the Waratahs. 13 points to 3 it is at the moment. Could become 16-3 in just a second. We've had 21 and a half minutes gone in this one. 8 points by Ben Donaldson so far for the Waratahs. Can he make it 11 points tonight? And that one is going to go straight through the middle, and it's 16 points to 3 for the Waratahs. And starting to build a healthy lead in this one now. Let's hope this game don't become a runaway game or a one-way traffic. Fijian Drua needs to score next in this one. Right, 22 minutes gone in this one, and a restart now by Kerr again. Short, not going to travel the 10. The mistakes are now starting to creep in here, as we will have a scrum down right in the middle of the field for the Waratahs. Things just starting to fall apart just a little bit for the Fijian Drua at the moment. Yeah, I know he tried to go short again, was Kerr, but just this time just mistimed it completely, and the ball actually traveled to the back of the halfway line before they actually picked it up. So yeah, he'll be disappointed in that one, but yeah, the Waratahs are looking pretty good at the moment. Possession going the way of the Waratahs with 59%, territory going their way with 61%, and they've already had 7+ phases in this game as well. So things are looking up for the Waratahs early on in this game. Jake Gordon feeds that ball in for the Waratahs. Another big scrum from them, as that scrum goes down, and Nick Berry will have them reset this one. So the Waratahs in complete control at scrum time at the moment. The Drua missing out on a couple of lineouts now as well, and just that little silly little kickoff so far, and the fact that there's a bit of a handling errors creeping in as well from their side. So a lot of things not going their way. They do look solid on the defense though, but they do rush up maybe just a little bit too quickly, and that gives the Waratahs a little bit more space to work with if they go through the hands quickly. So they need to be careful with that rush defense as well. Right, Jake Gordon now to feed this ball in for them right on the halfway line. They can go left or right, but looks like they want to milk another penalty, and they do get the penalty advantage. Now Jake Gordon off the back, throws a little dummy, and Jake Gordon has gone straight through up to the 22-meter line. Griboli got a little ankle tap on him. Now it's gone out the back. Now it's Newsom out to Peresi. Peresi cuts back inside, gets the offload into the hands of Donaldson. Now Angus Bell right on the 22-meter line in the middle of the field now as the Waratahs. Jake Gordon now gets it out to Newsom. Long cut up pass to Turner. Turner up over the 22-meter line now. About 15 meters out is the Waratahs now. Gets it back, pumping tackle on Gritch this time by the Drua, and drives them back. And a penalty to the Drua there. Coming in from the side was Holmes on that occasion. Harry Johnson Holmes coming in from, well, not releasing, sorry, it's the call from Nick Berry. So a great penalty win there on the ground, and the Fijian Drua are with their backs to the wall at the moment. A brilliant little break from Jake Gordon, beating Kurivoli for that, but you can give credit to him for coming back and making that ankle tap on Jake Gordon. Surely they will get better as this competition improves. It was Salawa who got that penalty for the Fijian Drua. Right, line-out throw coming in now for Ikanavere, right on halfway. And a free kick here to the Drua as well, quickly taken now. Here's a chance through the left winger, making some good ground there for them. Oh, knocked backwards by Kerr. Now Kerr's got this ball now up over the halfway line, driven back in a tackle. Kurivoli waiting for it. Now gets it out to the big prop forward, Nasila Nasi, who makes a good couple of meters up to the 10-meter line. Now Kurivoli again, out wide they go. Ravovo making good couple of meters as well for them on the 10-meter line now. Penalty coming for the Drua, just outside of the 10-meter line of the Waratahs. And Kerr might want to go for another shot at goal here. We'll have to wait and see. Norris Davenport. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. Right, so 5 penalties conceded by the Drua and then 4 by the Waratahs. Oh, has that ball gone over the dead ball line? That kick. Let's just wait and see. That would have been a really bad mistake from the Drua if that was the case. So let's just see now. There's an injury break to one of the Waratahs players. We've had 27 minutes in this game. 27 minutes gone in this one. And Let's see. I'm not quite sure. There is a little bit of a break at the moment in play here. Both teams just sipping on the water cans for a minute. So 16 points to 3. We've had about 27 minutes gone in this one. And yeah, no, there's going to be a line out to the Drua, about 5 meters inside the 22. 33 carries from the Waratahs, 20 from the Drua. Right, here they come again now. Is the Drua. Line out throw, beautifully taken. And off the back they come. More an offload, not going to the hand. And it's been taken by Foketi now for the Waratahs. Just that little over-eagerness from them. Penalty coming for the Waratahs. Players coming in from the side. And bad mistake there from the Drua. Yeah, they're just a bit over-eager. Ravovo giving away that penalty there. And they just need to settle down a little bit and things will go better for them as well. Veniana Rabua says go Drua. And a lot of support here for the Fijian Drua, but they're making little mistakes at the moment that's costing them dearly in this game. I mean, it's not outside of the reach just yet, but they need to be very careful as the Waratahs now have a line out between the 10 and the halfway line. Quickly, it's beautifully stolen by the Drua now, and Kurivoli has got it for them. So here they come up halfway. Good little dart from him. It is going to be taken up by them now, and a chance for them to make a couple of meters again. Up to the 10-meter line they go, over the Waratahs half. Kurivoli waiting for it. Now gets it out to Care. Care puts in a little cross kick here. That's good work for him. It's beautifully taken by the left winger, Habossi. But over the touch he goes, and I think he was played in the air as well. And he stayed down after that. So will Nick Berry go upstairs for this one? Turner, the guilty party there. Yeah, tackling the player in the air. So there's definitely a penalty coming for that. So that would have been a really good chance for Habossi if he wasn't taken out. Well, there was little space on that right-hand side of the field for them, but you never know. But Turner gets the penalty conceded, and the Drua now will have a line out right on the 22-meter line of the Waratahs. They really need to use this opportunity and get some points on the board. Vota and Ravovo, Ratu and Ratu Mara. Habossi needs to really stick here. Kurivoli now gets it out to Habossi, who straightens the line beautifully here for the Drua, all the way up to 5 meters out of the try line, right under the sticks here. Here's the Drua now. Kurivoli gets it out to the big forwards. There's a knock on again. And unfortunately, as Care goes over the try line, they're going to have to come back for that knock on by the Drua, 5 meters from their own try line. Cornel Prasad says go Drua as well. So they're definitely in this game. It's just about stop making those little errors in the game. It was a knock on there by the lock forward, Kiri Kadaveta, who knocked that ball on for the Drua, unfortunately. So we'll see how this one turns out for them. A big scrum. The Waratahs have been dominating at scrum time throughout this first half. So I can't really imagine that they will be able to get a tight or a penalty on this scrum as the Drua. Right, we've got about 9.5 minutes to go in this first half as Jake Gordon feeds that ball in. This is a much better scrum. Now it's wheeling, and Jake Gordon does get it out to Foketi, who gets it out to Peresi. Still about 10 meters out from their own try line is the Waratahs at the moment. Jake Gordon gets it out to Holloway. Holloway making a good couple of meters. It's a penalty to the Drua. Holding on the ground there. And a chance now. Will they go for the kick at goal? It is very kickable. But they probably need a bit more points than just a 3-point at this stage to stay in this game. Brilliant steal on the ground by Habossi, the left winger of this Drua side. So they have opted to go for a touch here. Line out 5 meters out from the try line. This is the point where they really need to score some tries. Can they get their first ever try in Super Rugby? Both teams' discipline not really good at the moment. 6 penalties apiece. 6 defensive penalties against the Drua, 4 against the Waratahs, 2 on the attack. So, yeah, let's see where this one goes. Line out stolen by the Waratahs, and off the back comes Will Harris. He's 2 meters out from his own try line. The Drua trying to counteract this. This could work for them. No, penalty to the Waratahs. Coming in from the side is the call from Nick Berry. So unfortunately there, again, just that little mistakes at the moment, costing the Drua dearly. Matili says they need to settle. Once they settle, they'll be on fire, and I agree with you. It's just that, like I said, that little mistakes. They need to just stop that over-eagerness at the moment. Play the basics, do the basics right, and things will work out for them. Defensively, they're much stronger than the Waratahs with the hit. To be honest, they're a lot better on the hit. They're pushing the Waratahs backwards, but it is all part of the rush defense that they've implemented into this game, but can also lead to gaps opening up if they don't do it correctly. But yeah, so far not too bad. Just discipline, as well as the fact that there's too many unforced errors in the game so far from them. Right, so Porecki with the throw into this lineup for the Waratahs, taken by Angus Bell, back to Porecki. Porecki up over the 10-meter line, he goes. Brought down quickly by the Drua. That ball comes out, but another penalty. And this might be the game fight here between Abossi and Jake Gordon, as yeah, the players now fly in, and a scuffle between the players are starting now. So unfortunate, but this could be trouble for the Fijian Drua as well, as Nick Berry might have to go to the pocket soon with all these defensive penalties being given away at the moment. But a quick throw in from the Waratahs to Angus Bell, then back to Porecki, open up the gap there for them. And hands in the ruck again by the Drua, and then an unnecessary tackle from Abossi on Jake Gordon, which led to a bit of a scuffle. Right, so 16 points to 3 it is at the moment, and the Waratahs well on their way here with about 6.5 minutes to go in this first half. So decision time now for them, as they are going to go for touch from here as the Waratahs. Waratahs going to put this into the corner here for them, and touch found 5 meters out from the try line. Waratahs looking to seal this game off in the first half here, and possibly could do this if they have to score now. So 5 line-out wins for the Waratahs, 2 line-outs stolen, while the Druas won 4 and lost 1. Here they come again as the Waratahs. Now they're driving more formed by them, but a good counter more from the Drua. Now it cuts off the back. Now they're going to go all the way. Surely here's the Waratahs just 2 meters out. It's Porecki with the ball in hand, gets the try for them. And yeah, this could be trouble for the Drua now going forward in this game. Drunken Boxing MMA says, let's go the Tars. So finally, we've got a Waratah fan in the chat as well. Right, 21 points to 3 it is now. And with 5 minutes to go in this first half, this could potentially get really bad really quickly here for the Drua. So, like I say, they've not been out of this game by any means, but the fact that they're disciplined and the unforced errors that's happening at the moment is just letting them down. I'm also thinking the rush defense might come, well, could backfire in the second half quite badly if it continues on in this way at the moment. So Will Harris and Dave Porecki both getting tries for the Waratahs in this opening first half of the game. Conversion to come now from Donaldson as we head into the last 4.5 minutes of the first half. Oh, he's pulled that to the left, and really relatively easy kick missed there by Donaldson. So, yeah, 21 points to 3 it is. Drunken says I'm the odd one out. Rats Gaming says Fiji can catch up and beat the Waratahs. They'll need to cut out the mistakes and work on a discipline if they're going to want to do that today. Right, so 4 minutes to go in this first half now, and it's 21 points to 3. The Waratahs leading this game as Kerr restarts it for them, taken by Turner inside at 22. Good tackle from a Bossy on him. He needs to roll away quickly. Now Jake Gordon waiting for it about 10 meters out from his own try line. Gets it out to Holmes. Just setting it up for the Waratahs. Now Jake Gordon back to Donaldson. He puts it on the boot and he's going to find touch right about on halfway. Quick throw in here. Kurivoli has got it now for the Drua. He's going to go on a run. He's nearly got through the half gap there up to the 10-meter line in the middle of the field now. They need a scrum off. They are going to find it in the fullback. Now gets it out to Nasila Sila again on the 10-meter line. Kurivoli out to Kerr. Now comes back to Koryo Dua. Oh, the ball has been ripped by the Waratahs. Now kicked downfield by Jake Gordon. Nobody at the back here for the Fijian Drua. And it's now Ratu Tuamara who goes on a run here up to the 22-meter line. That's a good little break from him. But the Waratahs are counter-rucking this one again, and they might have stolen this. No, penalty coming the way of the Waratahs as Will Harris gets penalised for coming in from the side. So some good running there from the Drua, getting forcing that penalty for them. So with 2.5 minutes to go, the Drua now kicks that ball downfield, going to find touch between the 10 and the 22-meter line. Tu says Drua will bounce back in the second half. Let's hope that is the case. And then Drunken Boxing MMA says still another 40 minutes to come. Absolutely. Right, so the throw now coming from Ikanavere for the Drua, and it's taken beautifully there by Salawa, but it's not thrown in straight. And it's those little errors that I'm talking about that is making it very hard for the Drua to be competitive at the moment. Every time they've looked good, they've made an unforced error or given away a penalty. So the lack of discipline and the unforced errors really making this game very hard for the Drua at the moment. But it is expected. They are a new team they're actually not a new team they're a new team in this competition. But the Fijian Drua has been around for a couple of seasons, if I'm not wrong. They played in rapid rugby before. So, those unforced errors really needs to be sorted out before they go into the second half, hopefully. Right, so we've got a minute to go in this first half now, and that scrum goes down, and 21 points to 3 looks like might be the score that we go into half time. So 21 points to 3, 2 tries by the Waratahs, one by Will Harris, and then one by Dave Foketi. So both tries coming from the forwards for the Waratahs. And the Drua have had a couple of opportunities, just maybe 2 opportunities, both times about 5 or 10 meters out from the Waratahs try line, but just little errors cost him the try. Right, so the reset scrum coming up with about 30 seconds to go in this first half. Will the Waratahs be looking to add some more points here, running it from their own half of the game? Jake Gordon to feed this ball in. What will they do? Will they go for another run or will they go to half time? Scrum goes down again, this time penalty to the Waratahs. And it's another area where the Drua have been completely outplayed today, was at scrum time. Angus Bell and also Harry Johnson home, so along with Dave Borecki, Jed Holloway, Lakeland Swinton and Will Harris have been outstanding for this Waratahs side. As they kick that into touch, it's going to find touch between the 10 and the 22. So the Waratahs will definitely have another crack here right before halftime. Donaldson has been quite exceptional for the Waratahs so far as well. The fly-off for the Waratahs, 10. Borecki with the throw into this line out, goes to the back, beautifully taken. Now off the back, they come. It is a good little dart there from Charlie Campbell, just short of the 22 now. Taken up by Jet Holloway up to the 22-meter line. But Drua gets over that ball beautifully. And it's Kitioni Salawa again who wins that penalty on the ground. That's his second penalty win on the ground. And the Drua now have to decide, will they go to halftime or play this one? They are going to play this, going for touch. And let's see where they find touch. Right between the 10 and the halfway line inside the Waratahs half. Chance now for the Fiji Drua to get something going. LB says Fiji number 3 is horrible in the scrums. Yeah, they're suffering at scrum time at the moment. Also saying Fiji players need to be more disciplined. They got the rare skill. Absolutely. Line out stolen once again by the Waratahs. Just inside their own half. Now Jake Gordon decides that is going to be it for the first half as he just puts it into touch for the Waratahs. So 21 points to 3 at halftime. This has been a good game to watch. It's just been a little bit frustrating to see all the handling errors at the moment from the Drua. Some ill discipline really from both sides at the moment. So you can't really single out one team for the discipline. But at halftime, it is the Waratahs having 3, the Drua, Waratahs 21, and the Drua 3. We are going to take a quick break, guys, but don't go anywhere. I will be back very shortly, and we will be back for the second half of this game. Right, guys, we are back here for the second half. Just going to discuss quickly how this first half went. First, just want to read the message from LB. Asked me to realize that if you have a good maul, it's almost a guaranteed win against an island team, sadly. Yeah, look, obviously, the Fiji Drua will get better at mauling and scrumming and lineouts and stuff. It's all part of the development of the Fijian rugby, and I mean, it's always been one area where they might have lacked a little bit. We've always known that they've got some seriously dangerous backline players that can really rip the defense to pieces at times. But yeah, they still need to invest a little bit more in quality players in the forwards. We've seen quite a few knock-ons in that first half as well. Sakabula says, "Hey, Fiji." So yeah, let's quickly go through the team lineups again, just to see how the players have been faring in this first half. So Alex Newsom, didn't see a lot of him during the first half because I must admit, defensively, this Drua, with that rush defense that they're implementing, are really putting the backs of the Waratahs to pieces, and that's why they've signaled out that they're going to play with their forwards throughout that first half, and it's worked really well for them. So Alex Newsom, Dylan Pitch, Isaiah Peresi, Lalakai Foketi has been really quiet. James Turner has had a little bit more action. He did give away a penalty for playing the play in the air in that first half, but apart from that, he's been really good. Ben Donaldson, probably their best backline player at the moment. He's just really did well in that first half, really dictating the way the Waratahs play, putting them on the front foot every single time, gets his passes out. It's just that rush defense at the moment of Fijian Drua that's really causing a lot of problems for the rest of the back line. But Jake Gordon has been solid as well. Good work from him. This is where the Waratahs have dominated in the game, is through the forwards. Angus Bell, Dave Porecki, and Harry Johnson-Holmes are having a ball in the front. The Fijian Drua conceding penalty after penalty at scrum time, and they're really doing well. It's Angus Bell, Porecki, and Harry Johnson-Holmes. Dave Porecki also getting a try, the second try of the Waratahs. Then Jet Holloway and Critch have been really good. Lakeland Swinton, like I said before the game, is going to bash it up, and that's exactly what he's been doing throughout the game. Charlie Campbell has been a little bit quiet, also had a few good runs, but he's doing the loose forward work. One area where the Waratahs have struggled at times is at the breakdown, where the Fijian Drua have managed to get a couple of penalties off the ball. So maybe one area where they might want to have a look at it. Will Harris also had a decent game so far for them. So overall, I would rate the pack of forwards of the Waratahs at around 7 out of 10 at the moment, with the back line getting, well, about 6 out of 10 for their efforts in the first half. If we move over to the Drua side, Ravu Tuamara has been really quiet. Early in the game, he had a few touches, but since then, he's been really quiet. Haven't really got any ball. Ratu has been brilliant for the Drua. He's taken up the ball plenty of times already, doing some really good work. Vota and Ravovo also defensively workhorses at the moment, cutting out the Waratahs backline completely. And then Habossi has been lively and busy. Baden Kerr has had a couple of mistakes, one kickoff that didn't travel 10 meters. But apart from that, he's not had too terrible of a game. There was also an instance where he carried the ball over his 22 and kicked it out directly. So definitely not the greatest start for Baden Kerr, but he has made history by scoring the first ever points for the Fijian Drua in Super Rugby. And then Kurivolu has had a bit of a sweet and sour game so far. Mistakes here and there, little knock-ons. Jake Gordon getting the better of him at times, throwing a little dummy, hitting into a gap, putting them on the front foot. But overall, Kurivolu has tried really valiantly for this Fijian Drua, especially with the fact that the forwards have been completely outplayed. Koreo Dua, Ikinavera, and Tawaki. And it was mentioned earlier that Tawaki is having a disastrous game, which is true. He's been destroyed at scrum time every time by Angus Bell. And then Nasi Lasila has been valiant. He's looked good at times, carrying the ball really well. Aiwaru, Kira Daveta has made a little bit of a mistakes here and there, little knock-ons. Darren Alagi, haven't seen much of him throughout the game. It is actually Kitioni Salawa who's been the standout player for this Fijian Drua side so far. stealing 2 balls on the ground, winning 2 penalties. So definitely one of the standout players in the forwards for them is Salawa. And then Nagusa, we haven't seen too much of so far in this game as well. Just Jasper de Toy says, hi, Guru. How's it going, Jasper? And then there are ways to defend them all. They're just not using it. So Jasper says, Fiji is my gaming loose, but I love Waratahs. I'm a fan. So yeah, they're not using it, Matili. Look, it's hard to defend them all. I don't think it's so much the driving mauls that have been the issue. We haven't seen too many of them. Yes, we've seen the 2 tries actually coming off driving mauls from the lineup, but it's really at scrum time where the Fijian Drua are really getting outplayed, and it's one area where I think they really need to make some changes. I mean, Tawaki and Korea has been really outplayed in every facet of the game there. So you've got Palakota, Savoli, and Saula, who can come on. I'm still struggling with the names. It's getting better. It's getting better though. But yeah, I would say that is maybe the one area where they really need to start making changes in this game. If they want any chance of winning this, their discipline and then unforced errors and scrum and lineouts have been really poor. So definitely need to work on that if they're going to want to stand any chance of getting the W in this game, or even prevent a hiding from coming in this one as well. Last thing that we would want to see is a hiding today. So yeah, hopefully they can really get going in the second half, make less mistakes. Like I said, they definitely put the Waratahs under pressure on the defense. That rush defense working brilliant for the Drua at the moment. The backline of the Waratahs completely out of the game at the moment, and it's basically only Donaldson that's really doing a good job at the moment in the backline for them. So yeah, the forwards have done most of the work for the Waratahs, and the backline being totally isolated and not been given an opportunity to get going in this game. LB said that one Aussie lineup they ensured was a double pump. Yeah, yeah, it was a double pump. Can't recall it quite, but I mean, still a good move, and it caught the Fijian Drua off guard. I mean, those sort of stuff needs to be sorted out. You always need to be aware of the situation around you, and that nearly led to another try for them. So they definitely need to be more aware on the field at certain times as well. But I mean, I've enjoyed it. I've thoroughly enjoyed this game. It's lovely to see the Fijian Drua in this competition. Good to the Waratahs that played the game to their strength, and they're leading by 21 points to 3. And it's already a better start for them than it was last season. So yeah, I for one very very happy to be watching this Super Rugby competition. I'm absolutely loving it. I'm furious with this with South African rugby for letting. Well, it's not so much our fault. It was a joint decision by Sanzar at the time to get rid of us. So yeah, I would have loved to have still been in this competition. I love the competition between South Africa, Australia, New Zealand, and now Fiji and Samoa also joining in. So it would have been really, really great to have been in this competition as well. LB says, I want one of the island teams to go far. Sick of the same old, same old. Yeah, no, look, we obviously know that the Crusaders and the Reds and the Blues and the Hurricanes and the Highlanders and the Chiefs will all be right up there and try and dominate this competition. I'm actually looking for one team that can surprise us this season and win this competition. I mean, the Highlanders have done it before. They've won the competition when nobody gave them a chance. The Reds have looked good, but I would love for the Waratahs to do well this season. But I just don't get that same feeling that I get when the Crusaders are playing you, for instance. And then obviously I'm a big Blues fan. definitely backing the Blues. That is my team for this competition. And then Albie says URC isn't bad at the moment. Need more travel though. No, that's true. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for those teams to come to South Africa and actually play here. So it will be interesting. Halftime stats: 21-3, 52% possession to the Waratahs, 8 penalties conceded to the 9 of the Drua, 3 turnovers conceded to the 10 of the Drua. So yeah, a lot of work for the Drua to do. Albie says Blues winning would be a surprise because they always choke. Mind you, they are the champion side at the moment. So, yeah, was it Trans-Tasman that they won last season? Or was it the Aotearoa? I can't remember. But I know they won one of the competitions. So, yeah, the Blues, my favorite team, definitely a more expansive type of running play. And looking forward to see the Rugby League star, Tuishava Shek, making his debut for the Blues as well. That's going to be quite something amazing. So the players are back on the field, and we should be getting ready here for the second half between these two sides. I had a poll up on the channel, 175 votes. Can Fijian Drua start their season off with a win today? 78% still believe yes, while 19 says no, and 3 says that it will end in a draw. So let's see how this one turns out here in the second half. It is going to be Ben Donaldson to get this one underway, and here we go, guys. So a deep kick in from him, and already knocked on by the Fijian Drua again, as it's taken by the Waratahs now. Jake Gordon gets it out wide to Donaldson. Donaldson loops around with Foketti, gets it out to Turner, up over the 22. They go now. A chance here for the Waratahs, just about 10 meters out, taken up by Gamble. Now it's Holloway out to Porecki. Porecki driven back in the tackle though. Still about 15 meters out. Donaldson gets it out to Newsom, who joins the line. Good defense from the Drua. Now Jake Gordon back. It comes to Holloway again. Up about 10 meters out. Penalty advantage coming. Donaldson again. Out wide to Angus Bell. Bell with the offload to Foketti. And Foketti's going to get over the try line. And that's a brilliant start for the Waratahs as they score their third try of this game. And it is the inside centre, Lalakai Foketti, who gets the third try for the Waratahs. Yeah, Matili says, Drua not playing Fiji rugby. Yeah, no. And then Albie says, oh, bad start. Yeah, it is a bad start to the second half as the Waratahs get their third try of this game. And 26 points to 3. A great start for the Waratahs. As they now, I'm not quite sure how the Super Rugby's rules work. Did it still work like you have to get 3 tries more than your opposition? I think they've got that rule in place where you need to score 3 tries more than your opposition. So currently, the Waratahs got the bonus points secured. And yeah, looking good for the Waratahs as Lalakai Foketti gets over for his 4th try in 46 caps for the Waratahs. Conversion coming up for Ben Donaldson. Albie says, I'm worried about Drua's fitness going late into the game. Yeah, no, look, this could become quite bad for them. The conversion being pulled to the right of the post. So, yeah, 26 points to 3 it is. With the Waratahs now got the bonus point in the back at the moment. 26 points to 3 with still 37 minutes to go in this second half. So a lot of worries here for them. Restart now taken by Jed Holloway right on the 22-meter line for the Waratahs. Jake Gordon gets it out to Donaldson. Oh, that's a wobbly little kick as he finds touch 5 meters outside of the 22. Rushed into that kick and gets it away. So a chance now for the Fijian Drua here between the 10 and the 22-meter line to try and get some points on the board, because that's what's going to matter at the end of the day. Right, it is going to be Ikanavere who throws it in. The line out has been taken by the Drua, so a bit sloppy. Now Kurivoli gets it out to Vota. Vota sets it up 5 meters outside of the 22. Now Kurivalu again gets it out to Nasi Lassi, and not rolling away as the Waratahs. Here comes a penalty advantage. Kerr gets it out to the fullback. Now there's a bit of space here. Ratu with a little kick ahead. It's Volu who gets that ball, but was he taken out without the ball? Was it an early tackle? Still play on right on the try line here for the Fijian Drua. A pick up and go here from Tawaki. Tawaki's over the try line. Surely must be. And let's see if a try has been scored or not, or has he been held up? Well, there's another brawl here by the players. So Tempest flying there as they're trying to get that try. So my first initial reaction to this is that the ball might be held up, but there might have been an early tackle on Kurivalu. And whether a try would have been scored or not is a question altogether again. Potential foul play here. We are having a look at this now. Right, so it was a beautiful little breakout from Ravu to Amada. And then from there they went out wide to Bossi. But I'm still looking to see if there was actually a grounding of this ball. Definitely over the try line, but I think he was held up over the line. Beautiful defense from the Waratahs eventually. And now, Tempest flying. So they might have to go upstairs. Let's see. Taken out without the ball and in a possible try-scoring position if he had taken that ball. Would a try have been scored? That's the big question here. And now they might even have a look at that little scuffle between the two sides as well. So definitely no try scored there. And yeah. Oh, big trouble here for the Drua. Big trouble for the Drua. Player lifting the player over the horizontal. And this could be a straight red card coming for the Fijian Drua as well. Oh, and I think it is Koryu Dua, the player that could be in some serious trouble here for them. Yeah, LB says this ref misses a lot of stuff. All right, so only a yellow card then to, it's actually the number 2. It's Davita Ikanavera who gets the yellow card for that. So very lucky to get away with that. Well, it's not. It is Koryu Dua who got the yellow card there. So, yeah, that's very unfortunate for Fijian Drua as yellow card comes their way, but it could have been a lot worse. But now I would like to know what they're going to do about that early tackle. Yeah, the penalty got reversed because of that. And now the Waratahs will have a lineup between the 10 and the 22 inside their own half. LB says number 1 was their best prop. Right, so here we go now with a throw in from Poreki and taken beautifully there by the Waratahs for a driving maul going forward now. Gets it out to Jake Gordon, who puts it on the boot here for the Waratahs. Looking for the 50-22, but couldn't get it. It's into the hands of a Bossy now, who puts it high up into the air. He's going to chase his own kick, but beautifully taken by Newsom in the air. Held up in a tackle maybe, and this could be a Drua ball. No, it's not. Nick Berry says it's actually going to be Waratah's ball. Quite don't understand that rule. So he went up into the air. Okay, basically maybe there's another rule for that one that I'm not aware of. But yeah, it will be a Waratahs put into this to the scrum. Not quite sure. Ball was taken and the maul was formed. So yeah, not quite sure what that is. Yeah, off a kick, says LB. So off a kick, then if a maul gets formed, it does get it will be the player, well, the team receiving the ball scrum. So yeah, so many rules that there is in rugby these days. Right, Jake Gordon will feed this ball into the scrum for the Waratahs now. Right on the 10-meter line of the Drua in the middle of the field. So another great attacking opportunity for them, as they have to bring in, well, they had to bring off one of the flankers, and it was Darren Alaki that went off in a place for the prop that got the yellow card, and a massive scrum from the Waratahs. But in fact, it's a Fijian Drua penalty here. So interesting call there from the referee, giving that penalty to the Fijian Drua on that occasion. Great penalty one there from the scrum. Oh, yeah, no, it was Holmes that lost his binding. Right, so the kick downfield from the Drua is going to find touch on the 22-meter line. Another opportunity for them to get their first try of the tournament. Great chance here for them. Can they make it work? Right, here they go now with the throw into this lineout. Referee not happy about that way the lineout was set up, so Ika Navera to throw this one in again for them. Right, to the back they go to them, and now they go through Vorta again, up through the middle, just up over the 22 now. Kuribolu gets it out to the replacement prop forward now, still on the 22-meter line. Kuribolu, out it goes to Tawaki, not Tawaki, Nasilalasi. And there was a little knock-on in that tackle from the Waratahs. So it will be scrum down to the Fijian Drua right on the 22-meter line. Good opportunity for them. Like I say, they've had a couple of opportunities in the first half, which they didn't take. And they definitely need to take it now if they want any chance of still being in this game. 26 points to 3 currently, with 8.5 minutes gone in this second half. Right, turnovers conceded by the Drua with ball in hand, 11-4 to the Waratahs, 6 handling errors to 2, and 40 passes to the 67 of the Waratahs. Right, Kurivoli to feed this one in for them. And a massive scrum from the Waratahs, wins the penalty this time. And yeah, it's just continuing where it left off. And the fact that they are man down is not helping their cause. For the next 5 minutes still, they will be without their loose head prop, Korea Dua. Massive scrum from the Waratahs, winning that penalty. And yeah, 26 points to 3 it is now. And a penalty coming the way of the Waratahs on the 22-meter line. Right, that ball has been kicked out between the 10 and the halfway line inside Drua's half. Ben Donaldson just dictating things for the Waratahs at the moment. Forward setting it up very nicely for him. Poreki now with a throw in to this line out as well for the Waratahs. Between the 10 and the halfway line inside Drua's half. A good opportunity for the Waratahs. Poreki with the throw in, goes to the back to Harris, gets it out to Jake Gordon. Here they come through Peresi, now Donaldson on a loop around Newsom up to the 22-meter line. Good tackle there from Habossi again, but a penalty advantage coming their way again now. Donaldson out wide, it goes to Foketti, and Peresi getting the offload to Swinton, back to Poreki. Better defense from the Drua this time round. Now Jake Gordon, out it comes now again. Donaldson on the loop around with Newsom. Peresi now gets it out to Gritch, who makes a couple, or Gamble, who makes a couple of meters, but not really going forward is the Waratahs. Now it's Holloway. Holloway, 5 meters out from the 22. Jake Gordon tries to go on his own, gets the little breaker out from him, but tackled by Kurivoli, and over that ball he goes, but we're coming back for a penalty to the Waratahs on the 22-meter line offside, I think, from the Drua. And another scuffle between the two players. Now again, tempers starting to fly here between the two sides. Very unfortunate. Right, so Nick Berry now wanting to have a chat here with the Drua. And the captain's been called up here just to talk to the players about all the penalties conceded. And yeah, it was an unnecessary little slap on the head on Swinton that caused everything. Right, 199 votes, guys. 76% of you says the Drua can still win it, while 21% there's no chance, and then 3% says the draw. Don't forget to press the like button and subscribe if you are new to the channel as well, guys. Show your support for the channel. Every like helps, and it enables us to get this out to more viewers. So here we go now with Porecki now 5 meters out from the try line after Fijian Drua, and a chance for the Waratahs to extend their lead. Right, some more changes on the field now for the Drua, as not quite sure who's on the field. We'll find out in just a second. But still got 30 minutes left in this one, and the Waratahs now on the attack again, 5 meters out from the try line. Porecki to throw it in. Matavalu is on for Kurivoli. Right, here they come again, and Ratava is on for Rafatumara as well. Right, here comes the Waratahs now with this driving maul. 5 meters out from the try line. It's gone down. Penalty advantage now. Jake Gordon out to Ben Donaldson. Gets the pass out to Newsom. Cuts back inside. Still 5 meters out is the Waratahs now. Gordon out to Porecki. Right under the sticks now. Gets it out to Jed Holloway. And into the gap goes Angus Bell. And over for the try for the Waratahs. And that is game 7 match for sure now. With 28 minutes to go in this one, it's all Waratahs at the moment. Just grinding their way through the gap there was Angus Bell. And the replacement scrum half can be very lucky not to get penalized for diving on the player with the knee afterwards. So discipline also becoming an issue now. They are probably going to have a look at this now. Let's have a look here. Knee, well, not really a knee. No, nothing sinister into that one. Rick Nichols says Saturday tomorrow, Rick. Yeah, it's going to be a big day for Super Rugby tomorrow. So 31 points to 3 it is at the moment, with a conversion to come, and still 2 minutes left on that yellow card. Right, conversion goes over, so 33 points to 3 it is. And yeah, the Waratahs now in complete control. Rats Gaming asking, why can't Fiji try to score the try? Well, the problem with the Fijian Drua at the moment is their inability to keep hold of the ball, unforced errors, discipline, and just being completely dominated by the Waratahs at scrum time, and even at line-up times as well. So the restart now taken in by Jet Holloway right on the 22-meter line for the Waratahs. Jake Gordon gets it out to Donaldson, who puts it on the boot. Not going to find touch, and now it's into the hands of Ratu. Ratu's going to have a go here. Up over the halfway he goes. Angus Bell quickly over that ball and steals it on the ground. Now it comes back to Jed Holloway, back to Donaldson. He's knocked it on and played in an offside position by Jed Holloway, surely. Oh, Nick Berry's only going to give a scrum for it. So it's that little calls going against the Drua as well at the moment. Surely was an offside position. Yeah, no. Rules are rules that needs to be blown. Come on. Right, 33 points to 3. Dolokota now on for Ikanavere. And the changes now starting to be rung by the Fijian Drua. Tom Horton also on for Porecki for the Waratahs. So we will see a couple of changes coming in soon. Too much cover, says Matili. Right. Let's see that replacement. Let's see what they can do with this one. It is the replacement scrum off to feed this in for the Drua now. Here they come now through Care. Care gets it out to Ravovo. Ravovo not going anywhere at the moment with that. Oh, he's ripped past out of the tackle. Up over the 22 they go now. Another opportunity here for the Fijian Drua as they go through the forwards this time round. Now it comes back to Care. Oh, high tackle maybe from Will Harris on him. Still just short of the 22 now as the Drua. Taken up by Dolakota. Now comes out again to Vorta. Vorta making a good couple of meters. Just short of the 22 now. Still coming back now to Nasila Sila. But the Waratahs defense holding up really well. Still coming now, Matavalu. Matavalu up over the 22 now, just 15 meters out, but they've lost the ball now. And Newsom is going to kick this downfield and all the way up to the halfway line it goes. Quick throw in here from the Drua. Now, what can I do with this? Matavalu. No, it's actually the left winger there, Bossy, trying to make it up over the halfway line for them. Now taken up beautifully by Salava. Dolakota needs to release that ball now. Matavalu now. Out to Ravovo. Now it comes out to Ratu again. On the 10-meter line inside Waratahs half. Pick up and go from them. Good meters made there by Matavalu. Now gets it back to Salava. Matavalu again now. Out it goes to Ratave. Matavalu again now. Back it comes to Nasilasi. Matavalu just very sloppy at the back. Gets it out to Care. Intercept pass. And Jake Gordon is going to run all the way for another try for the Waratahs. Wow. This is going to get bad for them. 38 points to 3 now. And the Waratahs just basically suffocated them on the defense there, going backwards all the time. And unfortunately, the pass from Care was really bad. And Jake Gordon saw it coming, got the try for them. And with about 20 minutes to go in this one, this is becoming a really, really big score at the moment. 38 points to 3 with the conversion to come. Could see us go into a 40-pointer. So not the greatest of starts to Super Rugby for the Fijian Drua, but hopefully they'll get there. 22 minutes to go in this one. Bonus point now well secured with a 5th try of this game. And Donaldson will try and convert this one again for them. Probably man of the match performance from Ben Donaldson today. Although his goal kicking at times, he did miss 2 goal kicks. This one he gets over, so 40 points to 3 it is. And unfortunately, that is how it goes. Sakwe with the sad faces there. And I can relate to that. Feeling the same way at the moment for them. So 40 points to 3 as we head into the last quarter of this game. And the Waratahs in complete control over this game. Here now with the restart. It's a high-hanging kickoff and taken by the Drua this time. Dolakota gets it out to Matavalu. He's slipping there now. It comes out again. Dolakota. Out it comes to replacement Mira. Makes a couple of meters now. Here they come again. Also another replacement on the field. Caleb Muntz. Oh, great little dart here from the Drua. Just short of the 22 now. Will we see something special now come up their way? Mira now. Matavalu again gets it out to now at the outside. Here comes Salawa out to Dolakota. This could be a chance now. It's been intercepted again. But Turner going nowhere with that one. penalty to the Fijian Drua, 5 meters out from the try line. So this will be their best chance to get a try in this game. 5 meters out from the try line. It is the number 8, Nakusa, who's got his hands on the ball. No, he's going to give it out to De La Cota. And let's see what they decide to do with this. Some great interplay there by them. Matili says, I guess it's a great way to welcome the new boys to the biggest comp in the Southern Hemisphere. Absolutely. I mean, they can only grow from here. It will get worse before it gets better, but definitely there was times that they looked really competitive, but things are now just starting to fall apart from them. Hopefully they can get a try or two. Kudos to the Drua for an excellent show, says Matili. Completely agree with you there. So Matavalu now with the feed to the scrum for the Drua. And now they're going to the back out. It's another intercept to the Waratahs. And here comes Paresi now, but I think he's knocked it on. Yeah, that's been knocked on by the Waratahs. And the chance now for Nakusa now with ball in hand for the Drua. Between the 10 and the 22 now, De La Cota gets it out to Nasi Sal. I keep getting that one wrong, so I'll just say Nasi. Right, so it is going to come back for that knock-on from them, from the Waratahs. So the intercepts coming in now quite a lot. 9 handling errors from the Fijian Drua, 3 from the Waratahs. So, yeah, definitely an area where they'll need to work on is the handling errors at this stage. So Campbell comes off as well as Holmes for the Waratahs, having a really good game as Tazano comes on for Campbell and also Tua Kipulu on for Johnson Holmes. 40 points to 3, and we've got about 19 minutes to go in this one. Can the Fijian Drua get a try for this game, for the efforts today? Scrum just outside the 22, about 15 meters from the right-hand touchline. It is going to be Matavalu to feed this one for them. 19 minutes to go. Scrum needs to be reset by Nick Berry as the new guys on the field just unsettling things there a little bit. Right, to Lua Fita also first sad eyes. So I feel you guys. I expected maybe too much from the Drua in their first ever Super Rugby game. Like I say, it might get worse before it gets better. But for an introduction season, we have seen some good play from them throughout this game as well. Right, free kick here to the Fijian Drua, Matavalu. No, he's not going to go quickly. So what are they going to do with this one? They're going for another scrum. So they're confident that their scrums are going better at the moment. Right, another scrum, 18 minutes left in this one. And it's 40 points to 3 at the moment. The Waratahs scoring 5 tries to none at the moment. We've seen some really good tries throughout this game from the Waratahs. Plenty of it in the 2 tries in the first half was all forwards who scored a tries. Second half, we saw the backline come into play a little bit more throughout. But there's definitely a nice vibe to this. Penalty to the Fijian Druas from that scrum. So definitely under pressure now is the Waratahs at scrum time. They're feeling the pressure throughout. Right, Care with the kick to the corner as finding touch about 7 meters out from the try line. Another opportunity now for the Drua. They've had plenty of chances throughout this game, but have been unable to capitalize on any of those opportunities. So De La Cota now with the throw into this lineup for them. At least they don't have 0. Right, here we go. De La Cota now with a throw in, finds the number 7, Salavu, And here comes the driving maul from the Fijian Drua. Did that go down illegally? No, says the referee, as it's going to be a scrum down to the Waratahs. And another disappointment there for the Fijian Drua, as that maul didn't come to anything. Jed Holloway getting the applause there for winning that scrum for the Waratahs. So 40 points to 3. And yeah, it is what it is at the moment. Let's see if we can get the try scorers on the board so far. So this is how things went. The first half, penalty by Donaldson, try by Will Harris, conversion by Donaldson, penalty by Carr. Then Donaldson getting another penalty, 2 penalties, and then Porecki scored a try, misconversion. Second half, we saw a try by Foketti and misconversion by Donaldson. And then we saw another try by Bell. So, yeah, plenty of tries been scored throughout this game. Right, so here's another penalty to the Drua now. As they might have scored a try here. Dolokota has gone quickly, and they got the ball off to the number 8, Nagusa, I think, who scored the try. So this could be try time. Another scuffle between the players, and this is so unfortunate at the moment. With 15 minutes to go in this one. Discipline is so vital in this competition. And Nagusa claims that he scored the try. So the try has been awarded, it seems, by the referee. Yeah, no double movement there. Surely he had the right to place that ball. Let's see if there was any double movement from Nagusa. Went to ground and just placed the ball. He's allowed to do that. So Nagusa might be over for that one. Whitefire says Waratahs should have been penalized for collapsing that maul. Yeah, they should have. So let's see if the TMO is going to award this first ever try to the Fijian Drua. Surely it can't be a double movement. He's allowed to place the... Come on. Award the try. Give the try to the Drua. Try's been awarded. So Nakusa, that's the first try for the Fijian Drua. The number 8 workhorse and captain of the side has done really well to get the first points for the Fijian, or the first try for the Fijian Drua. So they've kept trying hard, and they finally get the try in this competition. So now they're having a look at the scuffle afterwards, and yeah, so unfortunate, really. Just tempers flying at times between these two sides. But anyway, the try has been awarded, and the Drua's got their first ever try through Nagusa. Carr will now try and to convert this one, and he does so. So they're into double figures at least, is the Fijian Drua. 40 points to 10 it is, with 15 minutes to go. So will we see a few more tries from the Drua? Nagusa did exceptionally well to beat 3 players there to the try line. So great work from him. 14 and a half minutes to go in this one. It's 40 points to 10. And just 14 minutes left in this one. Right, the restart taken by Matavalu for the, or Ratuvi for the Drua. Now Matavalu gets it out. Here comes the run from Nasi. Nasi held up in the tackle. Driving more going forward for the Fijian Druas now between the 10 and the 22-meter line. Ball coming back for Matavalu now. Still coming now through Ravovo. Quick ball needed now. Matavalu throws a little dummy. Got caught by Jake Gordon just outside the 22 there. And a penalty to the Fijian Drua. So there's a little bit of rhythm now starting to be found by the Fijian Drua in this game. Hopefully they can get going a little bit better. Caleb Muntz now, I see playing at fly half here for the Fijian Drua. So Carr might have moved to the wing or fullback. Jay Roberts, the Welsh international, now on the field for his debut for the Waratahs as well. Long servant of the game. At a time, probably one of the best centres in world rugby was Jamie Roberts. So the line out now for the Fijian Drua. Great kick from them. Finding touch 5 meters outside of the 22 of the Waratahs. 13 minutes to play in this one. Throw-in coming from Dolakota now. Lineouts have been another messy area for them today, but they do get it nicely there. Now Dolakota off the back. Gets it out to the replacement, Ravu. Now Matavalu again. Good work here from the Drua. Now on the 22-meter line. Here comes Muntz. Gets it out to Ravovo. Out wide they go, but the pass back inside this team. There's deemed to put a foot into touch. About 10 meters out from the try line. So it will be a Waratahs lineup. It was Mira who just stepped out into touch there before he got the pass back inside. Right, 12 minutes to go in this game, guys. It's 40 points to 10 currently. And the throw in now from the Waratahs finds Jed Holloway again off the back now. Horton controlling that ball at the back of this maul for the Waratahs. Jake Gordon now waiting for it, gets it and goes for the kick over the top. And looks like he's not going to find touch. It's into the hands of Ratave. And Ratave now, he's caught by Will Harris just on a halfway line. Now Matavalu gets it out to Carr. The pass a little bit sloppy now, but the kick downfield from the Drua. Caught by Newsom on the 22-meter line. Back it comes now to the number 22, Tane Edmund. Gets the pass out to Turner, who goes on the run all the way up to halfway for the Waratahs now. Quick ball needed for them as Jake Gordon waiting for a bit of support play now. Gets it up to the big forwards. Right on halfway now is the Waratahs now. Looks like Jake Gordon might go with the box kick over the top here. Putting the pressure on the Drua now. That's gone a little bit too far. Looking for space in behind and finding it nearly in Carr. But Carr is going to kick this away. Not the greatest of kicks. Between the 22 and the 10-meter line inside Drua's half. So with 11 minutes to go, it's basically, the game has been over for a long time, but it's getting a little bit sloppy again now. Albert says it's going to be a very long season for the Fijian team. Maybe they should have kept Japan in the competition. Now, look, Albert, like I say, I'm very pro for this competition. And I mean, we really can't expect a debut from the Fijian Drua for them to come out and absolutely dominate this competition. We saw it with the Sunwolves again. It took them a couple of seasons to get going, but I think this Drua side has got a lot more potential as well. So, no, definitely the right move, but it's going to take a little bit longer than one season. Here comes the Fijian Drua now on a counter-attack here from halfway. The little kick inside from Carr. It's beautifully taken by Edmund. Just between the 22 and the 10 inside Waratahs half. And Jake Gordon now waiting for it at the back. Gets it out to Jed Holloway again. Holloway making his way up to the 10-meter line inside Waratahs half. Jake Gordon again now gets it up to Horton up over the 10-meter line. They are now working it with the forwards as the Waratahs again. Jake Gordon looks like he's going to go with the box kick over the top again. Yeah, the chase coming now from the Waratahs, and it's been knocked on by the Fijian Drua, and now Jake Gordon has got it on the halfway line for them. Edmund now gets the pass out to Peresi. Peresi tries to offload, but into the hands of one of the Drua on halfway. Now it's Muchen who gets it out for the big forwards again, up over the halfway line. Penalty advantage coming for the Drua. High tackle from the Waratahs. Oh, a little knock on again from the Drua as we come back for that penalty for the high tackle. We've got 9 minutes left. Right, so 30 points the difference between the two sides at the moment. And yeah, it's probably not as bad as it could have been. There was a time where it looked like that the Drua were going to concede a terrible amount of points. And now to make matters worse, that kick has not found touch. The Waratahs have kicked that out almost on the 10-meter line of the Drua. So, yeah, disappointing there from them. Right. Let's see what the call was. What is the call there from the referee? Kicks in play, 17 from the Waratahs to the 9 of the Drua. 574 meters made out of it. So line out here to the Drua on halfway now. Matavalu gets it out to Munchen. Nagusa gets it out to Ravovo. He's knocked it on again. Now it's Newsom with a kick downfield, but it's been jots down. But taken by the Drua now. So we're coming back for that knock on from the Drua. Yeah, disappointing. Jasper de Toey definitely not happy with how things have turned out today. But give them time. They will get better with time. Surely they must. Right, so we've got about 8 minutes to go in this one. Or 7 minutes to go in this one. 40 points to 10 it is. The Drua making their debut in Super Rugby today and earning themselves the first 10 points in their career in Super Rugby. A try by Nagusa, the captain for the Fijian Drua, and a penalty and a conversion by Carr. Okay. Right, on the defense, 94 tackles made by the Waratahs, 79 by the Drua. 9 missed tackles from the Waratahs, 11 from the Drua, with a 91% tackle completion rate for the Waratahs and 88% for the Drua. So not too bad. I think the area where they have won it today was the Waratahs. Definitely up front through the scrums and the driving mauls and the lineouts. And then definitely the one area that has let the Fijian Drua down has been their handling errors, their scrums, and their discipline. To also not happy with with how the things stand at the moment. Right, so Jake Gordon now with the feed to the scrum. Oh, it's gone down again on the side, but we will have a reset scrum here. So 7 minutes to go. It's just becoming a little bit loose affair at the moment. Right, so another reset scrum coming up now. 40 points to 10 it is. 30 points difference. And yeah, a lot needs to be asked about this game. The Waratahs, we know, were one of the weakest teams last season. So you can't really rate the Fijian Drua at the moment, you know. A lot of people could say that, yeah, it's against the weakest team last year, or the Waratahs played exceptionally well. We'll have to wait and see as the tournament progresses. Another penalty goes the way of the Drua, this time at scrum time. So things have definitely gone backwards since the replacements come on to the field. The Terra Faulkner being penalized a couple of times here in the second half. That kick is going to find touch about 5 meters inside the 22 of the Waratahs. Can we see another try from the Fijian Drua? 5 meters inside the 22 of the Waratahs now. An opportunity here for them to get another try on the board. Delacota with the throw into this lineup now. It's gone over the back and stolen by the Waratahs, but the referee are going to call him back for a little knock on. And this time Delacota getting a lot of Waratahs players on him for a little bit of after action. But yeah, a little knock on from, well, firstly from, I would say, from the Fijian Drua. So we're going to come back for that scrum first for the Waratahs. where the Drua can feel confident that they might get something going here from the scrum. It is, like I say, 15 meters out from the Waratahs try line, and they have won the last 2 penalties at scrum time as well. Jake Gordon now will feed this ball in. Isakwe says, not the great start, Fijian Drua, but I'm proud of you guys. Fiji is with you. Work on a discipline and relax and try and enjoy the game. So get another try. Here we go. It's come down to the Waratahs, 15 meters out from their own try line. And we're going to have another reset scrum again with 4.5 minutes to go in this game. Will we see another penalty come to the Drua's side and hopefully add to that total that they've got at the moment? Or will the Waratahs be able to get another try or two? Just haven't looked like they would be scoring in the last 10 or so minutes of this game. Right, 4 minutes to go in this one. It's all but over. 40 points to 10. The Waratahs with a bonus point in the back. There's still 4 tries ahead. So Jake Gordon now to feed this ball. Here comes another penalty to the Fijian Drua. Faulkner is suffering as well as Turner. So let's see what the Drua decides to do this time round. Are they going to go for touch? Yes, they will. So Kerr will kick this into the corner for the Drua. 5 meters out from the try line. Here's another chance for the Fijian Drua to get another try in this game. If they can bring it up to 40 points to 17, I would say I wouldn't feel too bad about the result today. So Dolakota now with the throw-in for the Fijian Drua here. Can they work something out here for them? Goes to the back to the number 7, who has had a fantastic game, Salavu. That driving maul not really going anywhere for the Fijian Drua at the moment. Now it starts to move forward. Here's a penalty advantage coming for them now from this driving maul. Can they work their way over the try line? Yes, they can. But is that ball held up? Oh, great work done from the Waratahs, I think. I think it's been held up by the number 19 replacement, Hugh Sinclair. So we are coming back for another penalty, quickly taken by Nakusa again. Now just a meter short of the try line. Matavalu gets it out to the big boys. Now still about 5 meters out are the Fijian Drua. The ball spills out the back to Ravovo. Going backwards for the Fijian Drua at the moment. Now Matavalu waiting for it. About 10 meters out now. Can they regroup and set up for another try now? Matavalu again. Out it goes to Ratu again now for them. Back again. And penalty advantage here to the Drua as well again. So with 2 minutes to go, a little knock on from the Drua again. So we're coming back for another penalty. Too many errors at the moment from them. And Rarasia knocked that ball on. And currently there is an injury to one of the Drua players. So we'll have to stop the time there with 2 minutes to go in this one. Can they find another way over the try line for another try here? Well, they were technically over the try line, but held up beautifully by the Waratahs over the try line. So, one last chance here for the Fijian Drua as they'll be looking to get over for another try. Nagusa, the only try scorer for the Fijian Drua today. Waratahs have already secured the bonus point. So I don't see any problems for them. 5 points in the bag. Right, 5 meters out. It's another penalty to the Fijian Drua and a good opportunity for them to get a try going. A scrum being called by them. So let's see if they can work their way to the try line this time round. Minute and a half to go in this one. Time is up, basically. So this probably could be the last move of the game. Matavalu will throw this one in again for the Fijian Drua. about 10 meters out from the try and run under the sticks here, as they maybe will try and force another penalty. Right, here comes the scrum now. It's been wheeled. They need to get this one out. The referee calls it up again. So we will have another reset scrum here. And we've seen quite a few resets in the second half. Whitefire says Fijian Drua will be better in time. Unfortunately, they weren't able to sign more of the Euro-based players because of licensing delays. They will get there. I mean, this is just the debut season. Next season, they'll get stronger again. Tu says, good game, Drua, despite the result, but my support is with you still. Now we'll support them all the way, too. I mean, every game is a learning curve for this new team. Can't wait to see Manu Pacifica in action as well. Kevin Thomas says, thanks for the stream, much appreciated. No problem, Kevin. Really enjoyed this, and I'm glad we're back to being able to watch Super Rugby as well. So great to have it back. I've always been a great supporter of this competition, and yeah, it can't really get weaker as we've got some of the greatest New Zealand and Australian and now Fijian and Samoan teams in the competition. Whitefire says, bird's eye view of that scrum clearly showed Waratahs angling in illegally. Yeah, what can I say, Whitefire? This it's Nick Berry. All right, another penalty to the Drua, and here comes a yellow card to Faulkner as well. So time is up on the clock. There's no time left. So with that, they are going to be a man down, and possibly we could see another try for the Fijian Drua. Yeah, Faulkner has been really poor at scrum time. I don't know what's going on because he's normally a really good scrummer, is Faulkner. But anyway, Holmes comes back onto the field, and they're going to have to sub one of the flankers. So yeah, let's see what this last scrum will do. Maybe Holmes can win the penalty for the Waratahs this time around. Who knows? Right, big scrum coming up now for the Fijian Drua. Kevin Thomas, are you doing the Western Province game versus Street Quiz? Yes, I have. So it is up on my channel. Set your reminder, Kevin. It will be up tonight at 6:45 South African time. So definitely going to do that game. It should be a really good one in Kimberley. Right, here comes another big scrum from the Drua. Another penalty advantage coming their way. That ball still coming out the back to the Waratahs, but it's another penalty to the Drua. So will they go for another scrum here, or will Nakusa just take this one up? Matavalu, decision time for the Drua now. Another scrum. So another scrum down to the Drua as they are trying to get all the forwards in and play with the backs. It is also raining that side, so I didn't realize that there are quite a nice little rain pouring down there at the stadium as well. So 40 points to 10 it is, and yeah, one more scrum to go. Can the Drua get another try in this game? Will they be able to get another scrum? Another try, sorry. 40 points to 10, last play of the game, and Matavalu to feed this ball in for them. Will Nagusa pick it up off the back? Surely he must. Right, through the back it comes to Matavalu now, and here they come straight in the line. Beautifully was Rativi, but great work from the Waratahs, but another penalty coming their way, and possibly another yellow card. No, it's taken quickly here by Ravovo, and just 2 meters short of the try line. Pick up and go from the Drua. Oh, did he get the try down? No, it's held up over the try line, and that's going to be the end of the game. Goodness gracious. Unfortunately for the Drua, they just couldn't get another try. Kevin asking, is he even playing for the Sharks this weekend? So no, he's not yet. He won't be available for the Sharks, I think, for a few games though. But yeah, 40 points to 10, the Waratahs winning the Fijian Drua here today, guys. And thank you for all the support for this live stream. I really appreciate all the support that I got for this one. Definitely looking forward to the other games coming up tomorrow. And then we've got one tonight for the Western Province versus Griquas as well. Should be a really good one. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. I will see you guys tonight. Until then, cheers for now, and have a really good day.